Hello boys and girls, and welcome to our writing video for this week. Now, you might have guessed that we have moved on to a different topic, boys and girls. Our topic this term is people who help us. So we're going to be looking at exploring and investigating different jobs that help us in the community. Okay? And this links to our writing for today. Because the jobs that we're looking at this week is a police officer. Now, I'm hoping that you've done some digging already before this video and you know some of the jobs that police officers do. You know what uniform they have to wear, and you know how they travel, what transport they use to do their job as well. Because this is going to help us when we come to our writing. Now, just before the holidays, boys and girls, we started letter writing, and we spoke about some of the key features that was needed for it to be a letter. I wonder if anyone can remember some of the key features that we use in a letter. Who can tell Miss Brown? Let's have some thinking time. What are the key features of a letter? Good job. Well done. We have got our address, and we always have to have an address at the right-hand side of our letter. Don't we, boys and girls? And that shows where it came from, who has sent the letter. We also start a letter different to how we would usually start our story writing. What word is it that we use to show who the letter is being written to? That's right, dear. Dear. We always start our letter with dear. Then we go on to write our main body of our letter. What we want to find out. You might have some questions in your letter and some information in your letter as well. And then finally, how do we finish a letter, boys and girls? That's right, you might write love from, if it's someone that you know, or you might just write from, if it's someone that you don't know. It could be a stranger that you're writing to. Okay? So today, boys and girls, we are writing to a police officer. Miss Brown is going to deliver your letters to our local police station in Newton Grange. And we want to find out more about the work that they do, the police do, in Newton Grange to help keep us safe. So, when we're writing, boys and girls, our tools for writing, what do we always have to make sure we include? At the start of our sentence, we need a capital letter. In between our words, what do we need? Finger spaces. And we need a full stop at the end of our sentences as well. Excellent, boys and girls. We're also going to try and use our sounds as best as we can to write your words independently. Okay? Now, let's get focused on the board and we're going to start writing. So Miss Brown has already included the school's address, and we're going to keep doing that. You don't have to include your address, boys and girls. You include the school's address, okay? And hopefully an adult can add that in for you so you can focus on your main writing. But do have that discussion that we do have to make sure that we have an address in our letter, where it's being sent from, okay? Your address, because you're sending the letter. So, I've got my address on my right hand side of my letter, okay? And we always start our letter with the word Dear. That's right. Now we need to make sure that we include capital letters at the start of our sentence or word as well. So dear, capital D. Looks a bit like that. Mummies and daddies can help you with that. Ear. What's the E sound? That's right. A and A. Robot. Dear, finger space, police officer. Police. Now the O sound is O. E. That E sound again. A and A. E. S. Police. Officer. Off. Oh, good job. Dear police officer. Good job, we've started. Now, what we're going to include in our main body of our letter, boys and girls, is I want you to say thank you to the police officer for helping to keep us safe. So that's going to be your first sentence. Then your second sentence, I want you to tell Miss Brown or the police officer something that you already know about them. It could be what uniform that they use. It could be that they use sirens in an emergency when they are driving their car or van. It could be that you know that they sometimes have police dogs. Whatever you know about the police, I want you to tell them one thing you already know, okay? Your last sentence, your third sentence, is a question for the police officer. I want you to ask them something that you want to find out more about, and hopefully they'll answer our questions for us. What do you think? Fingers crossed. And then we'll finish our story by writing from Miss Brown or whoever it is from, okay? So, my first sentence is, thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for keeping us safe. 6 words, 1 sentence. Thank. That's right. First. Now, capital T. If you're not sure about your capital letters, get mummy or daddy to help you, okay? Nk sound. That's right. N and kicking kick. Thank you. Finger space. That's a red tricky word that we have been practicing, boys and girls. So you should be able to spell that correctly on your own. Thank you for. Good job. Use those red fingers to help you sound out words. Thank you for keeping. Bye, Fred fingers. Kicking K. E. A and A. And special friend sound. N and G. Thank you for keeping us. 2 red fingers. Us. Safe. Miss Brown will write the A sound because that's a little bit tricky. That's a friend at the end that we'll learn in primary 2. A. Good job. chatty friend. Thank you for keeping us safe. Okay, that's my first sentence finished. I need to include a full stop. Okay, Miss Brown is going to include a sentence, something about that I know about police officer. So my sentence is, I know that you drive a police car or van. Can you say that? I know that police drive a car or van. 9 words. Okay. I, red tricky word, capital letter. I, finger space. No. N-o. Now that's a tricky word, so Miss Brown is going to write that word in for us. I know that. That. Keep sounding those words out and use your red fingers, boys and girls. I know that. The red tricky word. Finger space. T, h, a. I know that the police. Now I could use this word up here. I've already written it to help me and sound it out. Police. I know that the police drive. I'll write in the I sound. Good job. That's another chatty friend. Friend at the end. I know that the police drive a, finger space, car, finger space, R. I'll write the R sound in, A and R. Or, O, R. Van. V, A, N. Van. Okay, I know that the police drive a car or van. Full stop. Now, something that Miss Brown really wants to find out about the police is if a police officer at Newton Grange has ever taken fingerprints off of someone before. I'm really interested in that. So, my sentence is, have you ever had to take fingerprints off someone? 10 words. Have you ever had to take fingerprints off someone? I'm really interested to find out what the answer is. Have, red tricky word, capital letter at the start. Miss Brown will write that word in. Have you, another red tricky word, finger space. We should be able to sound that out and spell that out ourselves though, with all the practice we've been doing at home. Have you ever, finger space, have you ever had, good job, finger space. Remember to use your letter rhymes to help you form your letters correctly as well, boys and girls. Have you ever had, finger space, 2, red tricky word that we practiced, and O. Have you ever had to take, that's that tricky E sound again, chatty friends. I'll write that in for us. Kicking K, and then A at the end. Have you ever had to take finger, N, G, Good job. N, G, Finger prints. N, T, S. Good job. Keep using those red fingers, boys and girls. Have you ever had to take fingerprints off? Red tricky word, finger space, off. Finger space, someone. Someone. Finger space, s. W. Good job. Now, I'm at the end of my sentence, so what do I need to include? A full stop. Superb. Let's read that sentence back over. Have you ever had to take fingerprints off someone? Oh, actually, boys and girls, it's not a full stop. Silly Miss Brown. It's a question mark. Now, we've not looked at question marks before, boys and girls, but whenever we ask a question, we have to use a punctuation mark, which is called a question mark. And that shows that you're asking a question and that you want a response. And it looks like this. Can you see that? I'll move that back a little bit. There we go. This is a question mark. Now, when you're writing your question, boys and girls, Mummy or Daddy or whoever's at home might have to help you with your question mark, okay? And finally, I have finished. I've almost finished my letter. I need to tell the person that I'm writing to who it's from. And what do we use for that? What word? That's right. From. From. And then I write my name, Miss Brown. Okay, let's read over my letter to make sure I've included all the key features and my writing makes sense. Okay, Miss Brown has got her address, the school's address, from where the letter has been sent from. Give yourself a tick if you have got your address in. Okay? Dear police officer. Give yourself a tick if you included the word dear. Thank you for keeping us safe. I know that the police drive a car or van. Have you ever had to take fingerprints of someone? From Miss Brown. Finally, give yourself a tick if you wrote from in your letter. Well done, boys and girls. What super letter writing you have done today. I can't wait to see all of your great writing and hear what the police officer is going to say in return. See you soon, boys and girls. Well done.